Okay, everyone. Literature club is starting. So I'll have a seat and take attendance to the K. Amherst Debate Club. I know it would be so difficult to start a new club. I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm starting to lose confidence. Monika's the only member of the literature club. She just did that. In the days that have passed, all of our efforts to recruit members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monika glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody's into literature enough to pick it up over their other club interest. You can just rely on people who like literature. You just tell them a vision. A vision? What kind of vision? Monika rests her head on her desk, speaking aloud. Before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up on her. It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Hello? Suddenly a voice causes Monika to snap awake. Oh my gosh, so sorry, I never do this. Is this the Napping Club? No, this is... The pauses on me, embarrassed to admit that this isn't the literature club. This is the literature club. Okay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. Super sorry, it was like so unprofessional me like to do that. Don't apologize, I do that all the time. Oh? Did I miss the club meeting? Where's everybody? Oh, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? We're getting more members. I'm working real hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, when is there to be vice president? Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Oh, okay, Sayori. I've been trying really hard in this club. I'm only coming all the time, but it's really disheartening to know I'm having to take it so soon enough. Thank you so much about this. Just wanted to find out people would do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. I was joking about the vice president too. I'd make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure of that. Monika tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like the real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Oh no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, you can tell how hard you're working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. You know, so good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? It's really sweet of you, Sayori. I'm Monika, by the way. Monika. That's such a cool name. Oh, no, you're just trying to cheer me up. You're smiling. I didn't say it in the word. Monika glances the flyer on the desk and noticed that her name was already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to fit club members. I can do that. Cool. I think I need to put out some more thought into my vision. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yes, I've heard that. What do you think about it? Hey, do you like hugs? Yes, so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monika into a friendly hug. I stop. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori's resolving. Hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy. Monika laughs. Although Sayori is very different from where Monika feels spiritually. Maybe she's do some fun like a club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Day passes and the time comes for the rich club. Monika and Sayori to the community. As president, Monika ensures that she's the first to arrive at the club. She finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited just then. I'm getting worried. Suddenly Sayori comes bounding to the door. Her hand just holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late, I'm here. It's okay, we'll come back. And Sayori moves over to Monika and closes the sheet on Monika's desk. What was this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dream. Caution me to watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs and help me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can learn to you. You can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. You trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dream. Yeah, this is really good. You want this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no. That's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to show that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monika looks at the paper right on the other side of what I used for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. Never written anything I was happy with. I always read it again every chapter I've read it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't portray the person I want, or something like that. Aww. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're right. I don't know. There. I need to like set a good example or whatever. No, I envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems and write and stuff like that. Oh yeah! I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people. I mean, you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah! It's helping me form a more cohesive vision of the club. So I'm glad you showed me well, even though it was an accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone knows better. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I love that. Oh, she's a reading distraction. I want to go over this brainstorm together? The brainstorm so hard. It's like a brain working. Brain is a natural disaster. Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. It's a good idea, isn't it? Think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club? What if we said we had free cupcakes in the flyers? I'm kind of worried that we're bringing in the wrong kind of people, you know? Wrong kinds. People would just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Yeah. Nobody would do that. That'd be mean. You know, I want to find people who are willing to go true. They don't know what to see. Next thing on the list, I'm for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club. The problem with that is like, when most people reading books just keep doing it for an assignment or something. Or do we know if they're just reading for fun? I don't know, we could ask them, but then we'd be bothering people who are trying to finish school. I didn't think about that point. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I know I put a lot of work into that man. Next it is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I definitely like to start doing that. They're useful. Never such a word. Just need to think, well, you tell people when how do you them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. I tell them about the club activities and stuff. What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be projecting about that, right? Vision for the club. Sayori, think you're a normal person for a second? Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of the literature club? I really like, literature stupid. You joined the anime club. The heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of it. Okay, what if I said that we like do group reading and discuss the book? I'll probably not do that. It's just yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people. You need to really catch their interest, you know? This sucks, but it's so hard. Come on, bro. Don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Well, kind of what I said about the poem. It gives you the chance to express yourself. Express yourself in ways you can't normally do. You're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and things that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We'd be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that kind of I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, what is it? I got all my things in my classroom. I'm too sad and rush to your silly knee. Gosh, weren't? Did you want to get yourself done? I'll forget if I don't do it now. How well I would do. Okay, don't take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room with me. Monika sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on sheet paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. Write your heart out. the way into your heart. I'm gonna drop right the way into your heart. Yeah, that's what it says. Ah, that's lame. Monika! Ah, you startled me. Sorry, there was something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl with me. Look! Oh, sorry, recruiter. Hey, are you sure she's not just doing it? I could tell she was really into it. Monika crashed whatever flyers sends up from her desk. When they took the part of the classroom with Sayori leading the way. This way! I don't have to run. Sayori leads Monika over there to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to whisper. See? In here. Monika peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone until you leave the book. I feel like a creep doing this. I should go inside and talk to her. You're the president. I would probably scare her away. Fine, I'll do it. Monika takes a deep breath. Somebody enters the classroom. That was fast. Gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. She kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked away. That's kind of cute. I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? So we head back to the club and Sayori feeling rather accomplished. Monika still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monika and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed various different kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. So going through Sayori's list and with Monika coming up with ideas of her own, two ended in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah! I think we're starting to make progress. Can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori appears at the sheet of paper Monika was jotting on her ear. Oh, I don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself, join the literature club. Right the way into your heart? That's so cute! That was a little over dramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know, I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. It's like I can't accept anything less than that. I think in the end it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. It feels like we only have one shot at it, so I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that, the vision. What's the vision? Monika pauses, thinks, and shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart? I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course, but I'm here to help you. Monika returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. You're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods and the two roommates on the moment lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with the big yawn. When you go home, you tell me you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. You too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. I can wait. That's alright. I just want to someone one time. In that case, Sayori waits until DDLC from Monika. Good luck. Monika smiles and waves and returns to Sayori, spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monika suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did she leave this behind? Who doesn't have her homework in it? Worried, Monika opens the folder to check. Poems? It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. The feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent. It's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. That is why I decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait, Sayori? Poem from Sayori distributed at special events of the past, far off Sayori's other poems. There once was a ladybug. It was so small it took a really long time to crawl from here to there. It was very tiring to fly for too long. Nobody squishes ladybugs because they're cute. Does that make them better than other bugs? Do ladybugs know they're cute? I think they're too preoccupied with bug things. So the ladybug crawled around and did bug things. The story wasn't really going anywhere, but I know you don't mind. Hope you think it's nice for being there anyway, with ladybugs. Like this ladybug. The one who clings like a doof onto your sleeve because it knows you're squishy. If it doesn't bug you, will you stay a while? Another day passes in a flash and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monika should have come up with a plan for today's club task, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. So stupid. What did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings and I'm letting her come from me instead of the other way around. Club president does that. This whole time I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monika, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monika? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. Such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monika shakes her head. I made this all about myself. You said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most right. But the problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monika stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. It was different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, I was so happy yesterday. I don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monika massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. Tell me about it. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share some things. But as unfair as it is for the Monika to pry, it's also painful for Monika to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You could have at least needed to check it if it was mine. Yeah. Monika takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. I think I'll be able to put this aside, so we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monika pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I promise if you promise. And I can tell how Monika returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. That behind them is time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? Well, what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. Right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know. There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. It's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You can't just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You just start by writing your feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And you can turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and make it sound pretty related. It's not like buildings or railroads where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. I like it's the only way. It's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monika pulls out a pen and paper to start writing. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monika scribbles out "you idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. Wait, what? Why? You're calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? You use your mind as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monika rewrites "sweetie." She studies the paper. Words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did it exactly the way. It's really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monika continues the exercise, jotting down thoughts, expressing quite a struggle to write without everything. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monika's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively from all of her random thoughts. Monika looks up and down the sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. It's also kind of liberating. You can tell how hard you're trying to make it. It makes me happy. You'd be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing with you. It's very beams. Stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Hey, let's do it. Monika and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. They'll simply find their recruitment bond with their vision as well. If the bond strengthens, so does the essence of the ritual. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find their members. Another day passes. As usual, Monika is the first one to the club room. But there is a printout of the revised literature flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monika and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to the one reading girl the other day. So much more attractive than the old one. But new catchphrases feature clearly in the sense of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monika and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. But I feel so tense looking at this. Monika thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. So I always bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monika's shoulders will become heavier. The debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterparts and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. So Monika was so good at it, it existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monika pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the wall, paper, but her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of the pen. I guess that's where the thing comes into. Monika lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she was compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monika's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monika presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monika. Just move your hand, Monika writes. That's what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Monika slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi. Monika used to approach her desk and stopped for a second, probably reading a piece of paper. And she's just down at the adjacent desk. Bad day? Hmm? Me too. You too. The new flyer looks so good. I've been working so hard. In the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monika's desk. She writes something down and then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. Trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monika with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monika takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori, this is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. It's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. There's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. And just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monika stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage to this. Were Monika's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioning. As she presses herself to continue, Monika waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monika wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. Just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same way anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because I used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. When people look inside my head doesn't bring me happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? Am I worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. Another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. So silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monika feels the tiny sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection to Sayori as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. How do you even compare? Monika steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some help and energy. If you like. Aww. Where to sleep without a smile, Sayori rested forward on Monika's shoulder. Through their contact, Monika can almost feel the torrent of thoughts moving in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monika realized that all the days that had passed, this is one where she really hopes that nobody will actually know. She speaks softly. Like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking to say the things she never once dared to say aloud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. She expresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything. It just feels like everyone just has to put up with me. And I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming satisfaction in her throat and chest. want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. Now I'm making you put up with me and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. She won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monika offers a few words of comfort. But she knows Sayori said it herself that the thoughts Sayori experiences are the ones that don't belong. Monika can't magically make them go away. And what she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value to me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. Coming here was the best thing that could have happened. And if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision. You also brought happiness. That's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond. Monika feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer. Monika lets Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her ears. Wiped her eyes. Sorry. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. But I'm here whenever you need me. At any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. She smiles. No, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but are you still talking to a professional? Sayori nods. Scary. It's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course, it will always be your choice, but if you're ever lucky to find the courage for it, you know my best help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you know. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Ah, that made me tired. I'm hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. Well, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monika smiles. I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. The face peeks inside. The face that seems familiar.